As a psych student, you'll be learning a whole range of areas relating to human behaviour and mental processes, which is what psychology relates to. You might begin with developmental psychology, which is the study of how people acquire personality, intelligence, develop their emotions and motivations, and follow those processes right through to ageing. You'll also learn things about emotions, motivations, biological psychology, which relates to trying to understand how the brain works and how that relates to our mind and our behaviour. We also learn about abnormal psychology, and that relates to mental illness and dysfunctional behaviours. You'll also learn about social psychology, which is the study of how people interact together in pairs, in small groups and in large organisations, even workplaces. So one of the first things I'd recommend for new psych students is really take advantage of your peers in the various activities and discussion boards and groups that you'll participate in at Swinburne Online.
Some of the tips that I have for new psychology students is firstly, to try to block out time when it is time to study. Say Monday 2 to 4 I'm going to study this unit, and Monday 6 to 8 I'm going to study this unit. I think it's a lot easier to get that work done within those chunks rather than just sort of having an open schedule where you're sort of trying to fit everything in. The other study tip I have as well is to try to figure out what type of learner you are. Now that may sound like a silly type of question, but I think I really encourage students to do this because, I mean, you can be a different type of learner than what you've ever sort of thought about. You could be a visual learner, which is what I would consider myself is. I love diagrams, I love images. That's what really resonates with me. Whereas some other people are auditory type learners in which they really like to listen back to things like collaborate sessions a lot of times or lecture recordings. And that's what actually, I guess, resonates with them, and that's what makes them understand the content. So try if you can to figure out what type of learner you are and how it is that you understand information, because when it comes to, I guess, exam time and preparation, it will just make consolidating that information, I think, a lot easier and better for you.
As you're studying psychology as an undergraduate student, there are a lot of opportunities that might help you build your focus in psychology and give you a bit more grounding and understanding of what psychology might actually be like. So there might be opportunities to volunteer in positions like online counselling services, or perhaps in human resources departments or community services. And if you can volunteer in those positions, that will give you an idea of what actually happens in a psychology team and give you that extra experience. Another way you can do it as part of your Swinburne studies is participate in research. And as a first year psychology student at Swinburne Online, you'll have opportunities also to participate in the research experience and actually gain some extra credit while you're studying. And that can again be a really great way to find out what psychology is about.